ask you something. When you walk into the room, do you believe you belong there? When you start something new, do you believe you're capable of greatness? When you look in the mirror, do you believe you've got what it takes? Because here's the truth. If you don't believe you're the best, no one else will. The world mirrors your mindset. If you show up with doubt, fear, and hesitation, you get passed. But if you show up with belief, presence, and certainty, the game changes. Believing you're the best doesn't mean arrogance. It means you've decided to bet on yourself with everything you've got. And if you want to rise, you've got to start by believing you belong at the top. There are millions of people right now doing the work. In gyms, on fields, in libraries, behind screens, sweating, studying, grinding, sacrificing sleep, pushing their limits, chasing the dream. But let me ask you something. Why do some rise while the rest stay stuck at average? Why do some dominate while the rest just watch and wish? It's not just about talent. It's not about connections. It's not luck. It's not money. It's belief. Unshakable, ruthless, unapologetic belief. The kind that makes no excuses, the kind that doesn't flinch under pressure, the kind that doesn't give a damn who doubts you because you don't. Belief is the first weapon you ever build. It's not given, it's not taught, it's not inherited. You forge it in the dark, alone, before the spotlight, before the accolades. Before anyone sees your value, you have to believe in it yourself. That's the truth. And most people, they wait. They wait for someone to believe in them before they take action. But that's weakness. The elite don't wait. They declare. They look in the mirror and say, I don't care what I don't have yet. I'll earn it. I'll build it. I'll break through every wall if I have to, but I won't fold. Because that's what belief is. It's not soft. It's not a motivational quote. It's not standing in front of a mirror chanting affirmations. Belief is discipline in the dark. It's sacrifice when no one's watching. It's courage in moments of complete uncertainty. It's saying yes to the hard road again and again and again. When your body is done, belief says one more rep. When your mind wants out, belief says we're not finished. When everyone else is doubting, belief says, watch me. Belief is your edge. And guess what? The world can smell it. When you walk into a room with belief in your blood, people feel it. It's in your posture, it's in your voice, it's in your eyes. You don't need to announce it, you live it. Because belief changes how you show up. And how you show up determines what you get. You show up weak, you get crushed. You show up unsure, you get overlooked. But when you show up with that lion heart, calm, fierce, focused, everything shifts. You become undeniable. And no, that doesn't mean you're perfect. That doesn't mean you're the most talented guy in the room. It means you're the one who won't quit, won't bend, won't run. You're the one who decided that average isn't an option. Look, you don't need the perfect plan. You don't need a head start. You don't need someone to pick you. You just need that fire inside you that says, this is my fight, this is my life, and I will not hand it over to fear, to doubt, to comfort, or to other people's opinions. You either believe you're the one, or you stay on the sidelines watching the ones who do. That voice in your head, and that's the key. It will either be your prison or your power. It will either tear you down or fuel your rise. It will either whisper, not good enough, or roar, get up and go again. So build that voice, train it, strengthen it, sharpen it. Because in the end, this world doesn't give out crowns. You take yours with your fists, with your mind, with your heart. And it all starts with a decision. I am him, I am the one. Not someday, not when things get easier, not when everything is perfect, right now, today. Because when you believe with every cell in your body that you were built for more, that you were meant to dominate, that you're not like the rest, you don't just show up different, you become different. Belief without action is just ego. Let's get one thing straight right now. Belief without action That's not confidence. That's cowardice in disguise. It's easy to sit there and say, I'm built different. It's easy to post quotes, to talk about how hard you work, to say, I'm going to be great while your habits are average. Talking is cheap. Grinding is gold. You think belief is enough? Belief means nothing unless you're ready to bleed for it. You want to stand on top of the mountain? You better be ready to climb through the storms, the setbacks, the pain, without whining, without stalling, without asking for permission. Believing you're the best means you move like it, not once a week, not when motivation shows up, but every damn day. You push when it's boring. You grind when it's lonely. You chase that edge until the world starts wondering if you're human. That's belief. Because belief, real belief, doesn't talk. It proves. It shows up in the early mornings, in the 6 a.m. workouts, and in the late night study sessions. Real belief is brutal. It's not pretty. It doesn't care if you're tired, scared, or not in the mood. It shows up anyway. It puts the hoodie on, laces the shoes, locks in. When your body screams stop, belief whispers we don't stop. When your friends say chill, you're doing too much, belief says I'm just getting started. When doubt creeps in, belief fights back. Not with words, but with reps, with hours, with scars. Because belief without action, that's just a lie you keep telling yourself so you don't have to face the truth. You're scared to put in the work. But listen to me now. The man who believes and builds, the man who says I can and proves it with blood, sweat, and obsession, that man is dangerous. That man is unstoppable. He doesn't need validation. He doesn't chase applause. He doesn't care what you think of his routine, his discipline, his obsession. He's not doing it for you. He's doing it for war. War against his past. War against every version of himself that was weaker, softer, lazier. And every day he wins that war by showing up. Not loud, not flashy, not emotional, just savage. Just locked in, just dangerous. Because belief with action, that's not belief anymore. That's a weapon. It builds a man that doesn't break, that doesn't fold, that doesn't run, that doesn't cry when life throws punches. He hits back harder. You want to be that man? Then shut your mouth. Your schedule. Work. Because this world, it doesn't care about your dreams. It doesn't care how much you believe. It only respects one thing, proof. And proof only comes through pain, through pressure, through persistence, through actions so ruthless, so real, that they have no choice but to remember your name. So next time you say, I believe in myself, make sure your calendar agrees. Make sure your results agree. Make sure your work ethic screams louder than your words. Because if your belief isn't backed by grind, by sacrifice, by consistency, then it's just noise. It's just ego. And ego gets exposed. Ego gets crushed. Ego dies in the arena. But belief in motion, belief laced with obsession, that's legacy. So move like it, live like it, train like it. Be the man who doesn't just believe, be the man who becomes. Start speaking it until you live it. Let me tell you something that you'll never understand. You don't have to feel like a beast to start acting like one. You don't have to believe in the power yet. You just have to speak it loudly, clearly, daily, with your chest. Because here's the law. What you say with conviction, you eventually become. You don't wait to believe. You speak it until you believe. You speak it until it shapes you. You speak it until your reality has no choice but to catch up. Look in the mirror and say it like you mean it. I'm focused. I'm built different. There is no plan B. I'm all in. I'm the hardest worker in the room. You're not saying it to impress anybody. You're saying it because you're programming a weapon, your mind. This isn't delusion. This is intention. This is mental warfare. And if you're not running that voice, if you're not commanding that inner world, someone else will. Here's what you don't realize. You've been affirming weakness your whole life. I'm tired. I'm not good enough. I'll probably fail. I'm just not confident. I don't think I can do it. Every time you say that junk, you're pouring gasoline on fear, on doubt, on small thinking. Cut it, burn it, kill it. From now on, your voice becomes your weapon. Your words become ammunition. You shoot down doubt with declaration. You beat back fear with force. You crush hesitation with confidence. Every morning, affirm like a savage. You wake up and say, I'm a machine. I'm locked in. I'm the storm, not the survivor. I don't just handle pressure, I dominate under it. I'm not trying to compete, I'm here to conquer. This isn't about pretending, this is about building. This is about laying the foundation of a killer mindset. You're not waiting on results. You're not waiting for someone to validate you. You speak the future into existence. You become the man you keep declaring. And here's the kicker. The world, it's slow. They only believe what they can see. But you believe before anyone claps. You walk with that confidence before any trophies show up. You talk like a beast before the room ever respects you. Because real ones don't wait to be noticed. They train, they speak, they grind, they rise. Then one day the world has to notice. You know what most men do wrong? They stay silent. They suppress the fire. They walk around their average, and guess what? They become exactly that average. But you're not here for average. You're not here to blend in. You're here to break through. So talk like it. Command your mind like a leader. Hype yourself like a king. Speak like a warrior preparing for war. Because that voice in your head, that's either your enemy or your greatest weapon. No one's coming to hype you up. No one's handing you belief. That's your job. That's your duty. You want respect? Start with your own voice. You want strength? Speak it before you see it. Because repetition breeds identity. And once you've repeated power long enough, it stops being a statement. It becomes who you are. So what now? You wake up tomorrow and say, I don't beg for greatness. I bleed for it. I don't chase dreams. I hunt them down. This is my time. This is my story. This is my empire to build. You speak it over and over until you don't just say it, you live it. Start to walk like you're already there. This is where the pretenders fall off. This is where the talkers go silent. This is the line that separates the boys from the men. Because belief alone isn't enough. You've believed. Good. Now it's time to embody it. Now it's time to walk like you're already there. Let others question themselves. Let others chase trends, doubt their worth, and hesitate in the heat. Not you. You move like a machine. You carry yourself like a weapon because you've been through hell and came out sharper. You faced doubt, fear, setbacks, and silence, and you didn't break. You built, you trained, you bled, and that shows up in how you walk. Not with arrogance, with command. Not with noise, with presence. Because real men don't need to announce their greatness. They radiate it. They don't demand respect. They draw it with how they talk, how they move, how they carry themselves every second of every day. You walk into a room and own it without saying a word. Your eyes say, I've done the work. Your posture says, I'm built for pressure. Your energy says, I don't need to compete. I dominate. You want to lead? Then walk like a man who already owns the throne. You want people to follow? Then move like someone who's already forged the path. And let's get this straight. This isn't about pretending. This isn't fake it till you make it. That phrase is for people who are afraid to be real. No, this is about showing up like the man you've already earned the right to be. Because every day you grind, every day you improve, every day you fight, you're getting closer. So act like it, stand like it, speak like it, move like it. People feel it. They sense the weight of a man with purpose. They feel the fire of someone who doesn't flinch, doesn't fold, and doesn't ask for favors. Because men like that don't wait for their moment. They become it. You want respect? Carry yourself like a king without the crown. You want to win? Then stop walking like a maybe. Stop moving like a question mark. Start acting like a damn exclamation point. Straight back, calm breath, focused eyes, no wasted motion, no second guessing, no shrinking to make others feel safe. Because guess what? When you walk like you're already there, the world starts opening doors that used to be locked. People listen, opportunities appear. The universe bends to the will of the man who acts like he's already conquered it. You're not a follower. You're not one of the guys. You're not here to fit in. You're here to build, lead, dominate, and leave a legacy. And that starts with how you show up. It starts with how you carry yourself. It starts the moment you decide, I'm not waiting to arrive. I'm walking like I'm already there. And everything I want, it's already mine. I'm just collecting it. So keep moving, keep building, keep showing up like the king you are, even if the crown isn't on your head yet, because trust me, it will be. Look, the world will try to humble you. It'll tell you to wait your turn, to stay in your lane, to be realistic, to shrink yourself just enough to make others comfortable. But here's the truth. You weren't born to blend in. You were born to stand out, to rise above average, to challenge what's normal and rewrite what's possible. So don't listen when they say tone it down. Don't flinch when they say slow it down. And never, never settle for less than what you know you're capable of. If you don't believe in you, who will? Greatness doesn't wait for permission. It doesn't knock politely and ask if now is a good time. It kicks the door open. It walks in with purpose. And it owns the room before it even speaks. Because the road to greatness, it's not walked by the afraid. It's paved by people who believed in themselves long before the world ever did. So say it loud, say it clear. I'm not here to play small. I'm here to lead, to dominate, to become the best, not someday, but now. You weren't made to wait for the stars to align. You were made to shine, regardless of who's watching. So walk in like you own it. Speak like you mean it. Move like nothing can stop you. Let the world adjust to your fire, your passion, and your confidence.